extensive. During her collegiate career, she snared 7 high point rides in the 1999-2000 season. In the 2000-2001 season, she collected 54 points, 12 more than the next highest competitor. Her individual point total that season alone was higher than most team points in her region. Quincy Cahill is a very accomplished AQHA rider, and her family has been involved in the equine industry for many, many years. Unlike riders today who go through an elaborate recruiting process, Quincy wasn't recruited to come to Texas A&M. Instead, she chose the school to get a great education. However, when the sport of equestrian was added to the university, Quincy was right there, her hand up, ready to develop the team with the coaches. Quincy helped put Texas A&M equestrian on the map with her exceptional talent, and she had an uncanny way with every horse that she rode. She was truly before her time, and there's no one more deserving of our first induction into the Hall of Fame than Quincy Cahill Allen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome to the stage Quincy's mom, who may or may not know a few things about Quincy and have a few 20 or 30 pages here to talk about her beloved daughter. Miss Allen, I'm gonna hand you the mic. Miss Allen, Miss Cahill, oh my goodness. All right, there we go.
It's only this long because I can't see it if I don't print it big. What an honor it is tonight to address the inaugural class of the NCEA Hall of Fame. Tonight's a night of firsts. There are no second best here tonight. I am Nancy Cahill, Quincy Cahill Allen's mom and biggest fan. Quincy was my firstborn and Cannon was my second. They're both forces of nature and they're both revered by their friends and their family. Quincy was into horses as a toddler, and she pretty well had to be since both of her parents were horse trainers. She didn't have much choice. We never had to force her to ride, and she took it serious every day. And it's really hard to be the student when your parents are the teachers. As any of you might know that teach your own kids anything. They don't always listen, but most of the time she did. She started, like many of you, with a pony. And as I deemed horses gentle enough for her to ride, she graduated from the pony to a little better horses, and thanks to some of my generous customers, they let her ride horses that were of different disciplines, so she got to do different things on good ones and bad ones. Many's the time that we had to take 2 horses to the horse show for Quincy because she liked to lope a lot. And so the old horse we had did not require that, and so we put the cutter in the trailer from another discipline, and she could lope her to the next horse show because she needed it. When Quincy was 13, she won her first world championship in reining. She went on to win Congress and world championships in reining, Western horsemanship, and Western riding. When Quincy joined the equestrian team, little did we know that the skills that she would put to use would turn her into such a well-rounded rider, but more than that, a beautiful human being. There were so many things that the equestrian team taught her that we never could. There's just sometimes your parents can't do it for you, and the people that talked her through those years did her so much good. This is my only chance to brag on Quincy, and there's not a single thing she can do about it right now. She's a very humble person if you know her. And even as a little girl, when somebody would come by and she might have won a world championship, and they said, well, how did you do? And her standard answer is, good. That was about it. To this day, Quincy holds 3 Texas A&M University records. She's a 4-time national champion, 3-time high point rider. And in 2016, Quincy was the first and so far the only equestrian inducted into the Texas A&M Letterman's Hall of Fame. That was a night to remember, and this one will be too. Don't lose my place here. So many life lessons are taught on horses and the equestrian team. Quincy still carries those values every day with her, and she instills them in her 3 little girls sitting here. I introduce to you wife, mother, daughter, rider, and friend, Quincy Cahill Allen.
What an honor. I'm so proud of you. I saw you when you first started with sugar. And how you get sugar out of the stall and brush it a certain way and pick its feet up. You were so articulate about everything. And again, you can't outrun your pedigree. Enough can't be said about your mother as well as your dad. Both really, really good horse trainers, and lucky to be around them for sure. But the bottom line is, the rest of it was up to you. You worked really hard, you're dedicated, and you pushed it to the limit, and it's paying off right now. Again, congratulations, and I'm so happy for you.
Congratulations, Quincy. How cool is this? This is a great honor to a great person, a great friend, and like my little sister. I love you, and I'm so proud of you.
Hey, Quincy! Congratulations on being inducted into the inaugural NCEA Hall of Fame. Of anybody, of course, you deserve this. You kind of led the way and set the way for so many different people in the equestrian world, especially myself. A lot of us that didn't even really know that that was a thing back then, that we could actually ride for college. And of course, with you leading the way, it led Texas A&M to many, many national championships. So congratulations, and I hope you enjoy this day.
As Quincy's oldest friends, lifelong competitors, and fellow Aggie teammates, we want to congratulate her on this induction into the Hall of Fame.
But while we are so proud of her personal accolades, it isn't her personal accolades that make Quincy who she is. Her willingness to be a teammate, her willingness to be her teammates' loudest cheerleaders, is what made her so special for the Texas A&M equestrian team. And you made us better, Quincy. You made us who we all were and who we are today. And we just want to tell you thank you and congratulations.
And no matter what you told Nancy and Bubba, it's still your fault.
And you're always still going to be the oldest. Congratulations and giggle.
Hey Mom, congratulations on your induction into the Hall of Fame. We're so proud of you. We love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Quincy Cahill Allen.
Wow, I'm thinking they should have played that after I finished talking and not before. Good evening, everyone. I'm so honored to be here tonight with my fellow inductees. I think most of us here have been around since the beginning and enjoyed the incredible journey from club sport to NCEA. As a kid, I was so lucky to grow up with the opportunity to learn to ride from my parents, who instilled in me that it was a privilege to be living in a little girl's dream. It wasn't until I was older that I realized just how lucky I was to walk out my back door and walk straight to the barn. This was the same barn that so many drove long hours to get to. Growing up in that barn gave me a chance to ride many different horses daily, as my mom said. Little did I know that this was setting me up for a big part of my future. When I went to Texas A&M, I decided to give the equestrian team a try. Tana was my TA in my very first animal science class and had mentioned something about hosting tryouts if anyone was interested. My roommate and I decided that it would be a good way to get involved in something at school, and we should go check it out. Our tryouts went fairly poorly. I'm pretty sure hers bucked, and I never could get mine to take the left lead. So we left there feeling like there was no way we were going to make the team. Horsepower is definitely one thing that has evolved over the years. The format back then was very different. You drew one horse, and that's the one you rode, for the good or the bad. What I learned from difficult horses along the way put my skills to the test. We had no warm-up on them. You just got on and go, and sometimes you just prayed for the best. I learned to have patience, which when I was young wasn't my strong suit. Riding on the team taught me to ask a horse for only what it was capable of doing. And I held on to the old adage that my mom would say, it's better to ride a bad horse good than a good horse bad. I know there are a few horses that all of you liked, but many more that we were glad we didn't have to take home. Amen. And probably still some of those today, and maybe even here. Before I rode on the team, my competitions were all on an individual basis. I learned how to sacrifice for the good of the team and support my team members. Any accolades that I've received, I couldn't have been without the support of my whole team. When I was told that I was inducted into the Texas A&M Hall of Fame as the first equestrian athlete, I couldn't believe it. The day that I was told I would be inducted into the NCEA Hall of Fame, it took 2 days for it to actually sink in. I had to actually call Tana back and say, I don't think that I reacted correctly on that. I'm much more excited than I sounded whenever you first told me. This honor I will cherish forever, and I'm so proud to be in the company of these amazing inductees, my family and friends, in this beautiful place. Thank you to all the people who are responsible for getting me here, and I will remember and cherish it forever.